Well, hello everybody and welcome to my best settings video for the Elden Ring game. I played around 20 hours on the Steam Deck with these settings, so they are good. They get you mostly locked 40 FPS with drops from time to time. So let me show you first the settings I used. So no ray tracing, advanced settings, everything on medium. Those are kinda the default settings the game starts with. Reflection quality low, water surface quality high, anti-aliasing quality high, and everything else set on medium. This makes the game looks okay, or even good. Now, this is the important part. I kept the frame limit to 40 FPS, scaling mode to fit, and scaling filter to FSR, sharpness to FSR2, and the most important part is the resolution. Out of all the resolutions here, I had to use this one because that's the only one that I managed to make it work with the FSR, and it still looks okay. So that's the way I managed to get this FPS. Now let's show you. I managed to get into Necron City on this character, so let's show you a bit of gameplay. I'll just show this little part here. I'll fight these guys. But in my opinion, the game runs quite smooth and perfectly playable on the Steam Deck. I think the default settings for the Steam Deck when it launched for Elden Ring are something like high settings or medium settings, and it runs at around 30 FPS, something like that. So I know most of you can play with 30 FPS, but I needed that little notch to 40. Make it feel smoother, much smoother. In indoor areas like this one, the FPS doesn't fluctuate much, stays to 40 most of the time. As you can see. Let me get to something more open. Let's get to Limgrave. Or Kaled. Let's get to Limgrave first. And excuse the fact that my screen seems to flicker on the recording. No idea why. I'll fix that on the next video. I think it's because I'm recording in 60 FPS and the screen is locked to 40. Might be. Let me try to see if this fixes it. By the way, I don't use cryo utilities or anything like that. Let's see if I do this. Frame limit to 60. Yeah, the flickering seems to have stopped. On the video, I mean. And we even getting more FPS in this area. Okay, for the rest of this video, to avoid flickering, I'll just leave the FPS unlocked. But by input standards, or I'm playing with a PS5 controller, gotta say that even though the FPS is higher now, you can see 52, 51, it feels like it moves harder using my controller than when I had it locked to 40 FPS. The reason for that is unknown to me. Maybe it's the input lag or something like that. But by the way, tip of advice for people who record screens using their phones like me, to avoid flickering, you have to record in the same FPS as the screen, same hertz thingy. I think it can be you can run things in higher frames than the recording. Like you can record in 60 FPS and run things with more than 60 FPS, but you cannot go lower, like recording 60 FPS but what's on the screen is 30 FPS, because that will produce flickering. Okay, now let's go to another area. Let's see. here in the middle of Kilid, or in the middle of Limgrave. Yeah, middle of Limgrave, 40 FPS, 35, 36, 37. I think I'm supposed to put the graph on. I forgot about that. Please excuse that. As you can see right now, I have FSR on. With FPS unlocked, the battery is running for another 2 hours, and it's at 76. I forgot to charge it, sorry. So I wanted to make a video of how Shadow of the Erd 3, I don't know how to pronounce that, maybe you know. I wanted to make a video of how Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd 3 runs on Steam Deck, but I didn't manage to get to that boss yet, to access the area. So I'll come with a video whenever I get there. I've been trying for like 30 to 40 hours. Today I beat Radan with the help of some players. Mainly they beat Radan while I was just running around the map and summoning other people. I think it took me like 10 to 20 tries to finally get past that boss fight, because I can't say that I beat it, because they beat it for me. And in Limgrave open area we seem to get with these settings under 40, 35 to 40, but it feels smooth. But even though in some areas you can get more than 40 FPS, I suggest you lock the frames to 40, because it makes it feel smoother. FPS fluctuation is is worse than I forgot what I was about to say. Doesn't matter. So you get my idea. These are the settings, the best settings I could find. If you know any better settings to run the game even better than what I showed you, please drop a comment with the settings, and if they are good, I'll test them, and after that I'll pin the comment. Oh, one part that I didn't like about the settings I'm currently using: with this resolution you don't get the full screen, you get those black bars up and down. Well, thank you for watching my video. If this helped you in any way, please drop a like and consider a subscribe. I post these videos like this weekly, or sometimes when many games release in a small time frame, one per day. Like, I think I'm gonna post this video today or tomorrow, and after that I'm coming with a video on The Last Descent. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, goodbye.